Hi everyone, it's day 5 of the 5-star, and I did not write that to be a pun. And if day 4 was a terrible show, day 5 made up for it. This is a fantastic show. 11 matches today, and I'm just gonna jump straight into it. First is Ami Sourei, not Aime, sorry I'm Hispanic, versus Hanan, looking for her first win. She tries her weird submission, and this time the ref treats it as a submission, even though both of Ami's shoulders have been down for more than 3. Hanan Sabre Jr., she is not. So they go for a strike-off, which Ami wins, and isn't sorry about it. Ho 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 ho. Look at her do the Keith Lee chop. But Hanan goes for the much better leg lock on the larger opponent. But once again, Hanan can't help but be Hanan, and goes for that awkward Hanan. Then instead of following with another attack to the legs, she does a famouser, and Ami immediately takes advantage of Hanan's mistake by running on her targeted legs and bringing her down. She does her awesome Blue Thunder Bomb and finishes Hanan with her spinning Brain Buster. Ami with 4 points. Perhaps stop doing silly Hanans, Hanan. Next is Komomo versus Himeka. Komomo starts off strong by trying to knock the gigantic one off her feet, but it doesn't work. Until it does work, the anime protagonist tries her tricks to lay out Himeka, trying to dial Rey Mysterio in the process, but Himeka is too young to remember what a phone call is. But Momo is determined to make that call and hits a big missile dropkick. The young star attempts to lift up Himeka, but the woman shorter than Bryan Danielson is much too large for Komomo and gets crabby. She tries to torture Momo, but Momo is getting crafty now. But Himeka has a wicked lariat and destroys Momo, finishing her off with a torture rack bomb. Himeka with 6 points, while Momo lays in the ring, her anime narration going, "God fucking damn it!" Then anime music plays like. Next is the ever-famished, oh hi Himeka, Saki Kashima. That's my girl, and she has her hands full as she has to face a really tough boss. I don't know if you've played Elden Ring, but fighting Millennia is easier than Mai Sakurai. The blade of Mikola has nothing on the weapon of mass destruction. What can Saki do? Oh, she offers her hand. Go for it, Mai. You can trust her. But Mai is too strong. I told you, Saki, she's Millennia on crack. But will Kashima take her seriously? No. But look at her do a submission. Take notes, Hanan. But Mai still has plenty of health, forcing Kashima to hit a Shoryuken and an Angel's Wings. Things are looking up for Saki, but just like when you take your eyes off Millennia and she waterfowls you to death, Mai Sakurai rolls up the Master Thief and steals the win. Mai now has 4 points. Saki not on the board. Instead, she goes to Uedo Tai and figures out dinner. Next is Koguma versus the other Saki. This time, Koguma starts seriously for once and, oh never mind, she bears up. And Saki understands cute things, but she resists it and punches her in the gut. But that won't stop the bareness. But Saki refuses. So Koguma gives her a massage and forces Saki to bear pose. I swear this is a wrestling match, folks. Saki is through and suplexes Koguma on the apron. By the way, Saki's outfit is very cute. Koguma doesn't care. She hits an Ace Crusher, sorta out of nowhere. I mean, she has to climb up there, get ready, and then jump, but out of nowhere, yes. The final act of the match is a high-speed roll-up battle, and Saki overcomes the Kuma roll for her own roll, and aww, Koguma's so sad. Come on, Saki, bear pose with her, please. No. Poor Koguma. Next is Mayu Iwatani versus Saya Ida, who needs to get on the board already. Saya understands and immediately attacks Mayu. Saya kinda only has one mode, charge! But she does hit a beautiful diamond dust. I haven't seen that in years. She attempts her brain buster, but it's far too early, so she chops Mayu. Mistake. Never give Mayu an opportunity to strike, because she'll go all out, forcing Saya to once again charge, only for Mayu to beat her ass with the best kicks in the business and her crafty little crucifix bomb. It's safe to say that Mayu is nowhere close to zombie mode, but she still makes Saya tap with her vicious dragon sleeper. See, Hanan? That's a submission. Mayu with 4 easy points, and oh, she slips out of the ring! Mayu's toughest battle yet, Gravity. Mai Iwatani, the brightest apple in the room, folks. Next is Unagi Sayaka versus Shuri. Oh boy, Unagi has her work cut out for her. You're facing the world champ. You gotta bring your best. And it's safe to say, she may be out of her league. But look at her, Unagi being like, hit me harder. But this isn't like being bonked, Unagi. You're not gonna like it when Shuri kicks the crap out of— oh! So Unagi does her picture-perfect leg drop, but Shuri is unfazed. So Unagi goes the striking route and has learned from Piccolo. And dodges Shuri's strikes. She hits her moves and gets that health bar closer and closer to zero. What I love about non-main event wrestlers facing against the champion is how close they get to beating them. I call her a final boss for that reason, as it's a test of skill and might. And Unagi is pulling out all the moves, not once, not twice, but 3 times, and a close 2 count. Stay on her, Unagi. She goes for a super finisher, but Shuri is done. German, knees, and oh, a prawn hold by Unagi. She's bringing it, but oh, Shuri with a buzzsaw kick for the win. She's just too powerful. Shuri with 4. Unagi needs to win the next round for any hope. Now, we have a match I am genuinely excited to see. The angel of divine cuteness, Tam Nakano, versus the high-speed champion, Azumi. They start off in a high-speed warfare. Counters of counters. It's like an action scene. I love shit like this. Tam gets the initiative, but Azumi quickly gets it back and flies out of the ring in perfect style. Then, Azumi targets the arm. Her usual spots going so smooth. Just like Starlight, Azumi can do her entire standard routine, and it's still more fun to watch than the majority of the roster. Azumi on the path to murder Tam's arm, which pisses Tam off worse than someone copying her cuteness, and she headbutts Azumi and starts choking her. The kawaii of the cosmos, the woman with 3 friggin' phases when she needs it, and holy shit, what an ace crusher! That was out of nowhere. A beautiful knee and a German suplex. Azumi has to get back into it, but a beautiful roll-up? No! Azumi rolls her up into the Azumi Sushi! Now they trade counters of their counters, and Tam serves a Nakano Sushi! It's non-stop action. Azumi goes for La Mystica, but instead of targeting the arm, she goes for another Azumi Sushi. No! A double Azumi Sushi roll! And oh my god, she caught Tam Nakano! Azumi got the win and 4 points, and Tam is like, shit girl, you got me. Good job. This is as good of a 7-minute match that you're gonna see. Hells to the yeah. This is the type of shit that makes me excited to be covering the 5-star. Next. Oh no. It's a battle of the sadists. The 2 partners of Oedo Tai. The Black Peach, Momo Watanabe, turned sexy after that little bitch seduced her to the dark side. I wouldn't have a channel without these 2. This is going to be something. They're not gonna go easy. They like this shit. They both play dirty and mean. With Waka cheating for Starlight and Starlight attacking Natsuko Tora before she can cheat. They are pulling all their tricks. Momo using a chair, kicking the shit out of her. Again, sadists be sadists. Boss Momo beating the shit out of her and Starlight going for the knee. They are out to kill each other, and it's the most romantic fucking thing ever, yo.
I found love tonight when I looked into your eyes. Every time that you kissed me, I got butterflies, and I knew there would be no one, only you, bring me joy, my sweet lover boy.
Momo grabs her wrench to murder Starlight, but dodges every attempt and locks in the stretch muffler. Then goes Zack Sabre and locks her up like a pretzel. Another moonsault succeeds, but Momo won't quit. She smacks her head with the wrench kick, serves her a tequila sunrise, but no, Starlight is a tough little bitch. She reverses the peach drop into her pinning combo, but Momo is like, no, and hits her peach drop, but Starlight kicks out, so Momo punches her head in with the wrench. With Starlight dead, Momo lifts up her ragged body and drops her with the peach thunder for the win. Momo finally on the board. And what a good match. They celebrate together like the sadists they are. Next, another good matchup. The Fairy Queen Natsupoi versus the ever-cool homegirl, Hazuki. And they waste no time going for the win. The theme of today is speedrunning, and I love it. It's not even 30 seconds in, and Hazuki dives out and misses, but Nats doesn't. This is Corkin Hall, damn it. The same place Natsupoi beat Tam Nakano. And she even goes for the same strats, except she beats homegirl with the mat. I don't think I've ever seen that. She then slams Hazuki and goes for her Fairy gift, but misses. Now, it's Hazuki in control. She's out to make the fairy tap, but starts to whack Nats' head. Big mistake. That just pisses her off. Nats goes hard on Hazuki with strikes and kicks and aerial attacks. Things break down into a slugfest, which will activate Natsupoi's second phase if not careful, but think homegirl gives a damn? They roll around in pins, not once, but twice. But Hazuki keeps striking Nats' head, and I'm telling you, that's a mistake. And Nats strikes back. She's being vicious now, and there's the scream. Second form activated. The Fairy Queen becoming the mayor of Suplex City, bitch. But homegirl Hazuki is too cool for anime tropes, knocking Nats off and hitting a tope, then a perfect swan dive, then a friggin' code breaker, followed by the senton to finish the combo, when Nats isn't even done yet, even after the Michinoku driver, perhaps a sheer drop brainbuster, and yes! Hazuki with the win for 6 points. Homegirl has not lost yet. What a good match. Let's go! Next. The Death Queen, Risa Sera, versus the Royal Queen of Queen's Quest, Utami. I only recently got into Risa Sera and Prominence, and I love them. Risa is normally getting thumbtacks into her back, but watching her wrestle normal stardom is fantastic. She's got a great move list. I'm a big fan. It's blue versus red. Risa with the early advantage, pendulum swinging Utami. Risa is after Utami's back, and already it's working as Utami barely hit the drop kick and could barely follow up. Again, Risa Sera has a dope move list, even borrowing from Lady C with a big swing, while Lady C looks on wondering, how are you not getting dizzy? Risa doesn't need weapons to be violent. She has knees. Again, when Utami has to adapt, she is far more interesting because this bitch has gone through the toughest death matches. You can't just strike Risa and be done. You gotta outthink her too and avoid her big moves. But Utami also has big moves with the air raid crash, but the Death Queen knows the same move. Risa is on fire, a powerful scream, another air raid, no, German, lariats, and then she hits her hijack bomb for 6 points. Utami gets the win after fighting from underneath the Death Queen's wrath. What a performance from both. This show is so good. And why is Lady C in her socks? Finally, Suzu Suzuki makes her 5-star debut after dealing with COVID. I relate, girl. She is my favorite new star that I discovered this year, and it's mostly because of the built-in stakes her character has. She's facing against the white-hot Mirai. And once again, the theme of hurry up and kick ass continues as they go right after each other. Mirai is much stronger, but Suzu is more resilient. Well, let's test that. It's amazing that Mirai got a simple triplet clap over. She's out to rip Suzu's arm, but there's one thing Suzu knows how to do. It's hurt the opponent as quickly as possible with a single move. Now to take a tour on the outside, but oops, there goes your forearm, Suzu. Mirai out to punish, hitting her moves flawlessly and attempting to submit Suzu, but the young deathmatch warrior is unpredictable, brutal, and super cool. But Mirai crushes her cool, and they trade hard strikes and hard headbutts. Until Mirai headbutts Suzu's arm and starts to rip it off. She needs to position her better, and no! Suzu with the advantage with a big super kick and a German. But Mirai is a beast, kicking out and taking complete advantage of the pause in between to continue to rip the arm off. Mirai powers up, but Suzu hits her bridging German finisher, but the arm is too injured. She can't hold on, and Mirai grabs and locks her in her key lock. Holy shit, what a genius counter! But Suzu is still resilient, forcing Mirai to get super creative and directly forcing the ref to call it. Fucking Mirai is the early MVP of this tournament. God damn, man. What a night this was. Suzu is pissed because she didn't give up. Nonetheless, Mirai has 6 points. This was the type of quality I was waiting for. I highly recommend you watch this whole event. So here are the standings. And again, I don't know what Suzu's gonna do. I don't know if she actually has to wrestle her matches and catch up, but we'll find out. Anyways, thank you again for all of your support. It means the world. Bye.